For years, technology has had one very clear strategy: get your attention, notifications, alerts, pop-ups, vibrations. Everything was designed to pull you back in. The more time you spent on your devices, the better it was for the platforms behind them. More engagement meant more data. More data meant more control. And for a long time that worked, but now something is starting to change. Your tech might soon interrupt you less, but influence you more. And that shift is far more powerful than constant notifications ever were. At first, it sounds like a good thing. Fewer interruptions means less distraction, less noise, less pressure to constantly check your phone. And that's exactly what companies are starting to optimize for. Because people are tired. Tired of notifications, tired of being pulled in every few minutes, tired of feeling like their attention is constantly being interrupted. So big tech is responding, not by giving up control, but by changing how control works. Instead of grabbing your attention aggressively, systems are becoming more selective, smarter, quieter. They're starting to interrupt only when it really matters. And that sounds like progress. But here's where it gets interesting. When interruptions decrease, influence doesn't disappear. It shifts. Because instead of competing for your attention constantly, technology starts shaping what you see when you do pay attention. And that's a much deeper level of control. Let's break this down. In the old model, influence was obvious. You got a notification, you clicked it, you opened an app, the platform got your attention directly. But in the new model, influence is embedded in the experience itself. You open your device less often, but when you do, everything you see is already filtered, prioritized, and personalized. Your feed, your recommendations, your suggested replies, your search results, your assistant's answers, all shaped before you even interact. So instead of pulling you in repeatedly, the system prepares the experience in advance. It decides what's important, what's relevant, what's worth your time. And that's where influence becomes more subtle. Because you don't see the alternatives. You see what the system chose to show you. This shift is being driven by AI. AI systems are designed to understand context, not just what you click, but when you click, how you behave, what you prefer, and what patterns you follow. Over time, they build a detailed model of your behavior. And once that model is strong enough, they don't need to interrupt you constantly. They can wait. They can surface the right information at the right moment. And that makes the experience feel smoother, more natural, less intrusive, but also more curated, because now influence happens through selection, not interruption. Think about how recommendations work today. What you watch, what you read, what you buy, these are increasingly guided by systems that predict your preferences. You're not being told what to do, you're being shown options that feel right. And because they feel right, you trust them, you follow them, often without questioning them. That's the power of subtle influence. It doesn't feel like control, it feels like convenience. But there's another layer to this: decision reduction. Modern technology is starting to remove choices, not by limiting options completely, but by narrowing them. Instead of showing you everything, it shows you what it thinks matters most. Instead of asking you to decide, it suggests. Instead of requiring effort, it simplifies. And while that makes life easier, it also changes how decisions are made. You're no longer exploring the full space of possibilities. You're navigating within a filtered version of it. And that filtered version is designed by someone else. This is why fewer interruptions can actually lead to more influence. Because when you're not constantly distracted, you trust the system more. You rely on it. You let it guide you. And over time, that guidance becomes part of your decision-making process. But this shift also benefits companies. Interruptions are inefficient. They annoy users. They create fatigue. And they don't always lead to meaningful engagement. But influence embedded in the experience is different. It's more effective because it works with your behavior, not against it. It aligns with your preferences, anticipates your needs, and integrates seamlessly into your routine. So instead of fighting for attention, companies are learning to shape it. And shaping attention is far more powerful than capturing it. There's also a trust component. When systems interrupt less, they feel less aggressive, less intrusive, more helpful, and that builds trust. But that trust can be a double-edged sword, because the more you trust a system, the less you question it. And the less you question it, the more influence it has. That's where things become complex, because influence at this level isn't always visible. You don't see what wasn't shown. You don't know what was filtered out. You don't always realize how your options were shaped. And that makes it harder to evaluate decisions independently. It doesn't mean the system is wrong, but it does mean your perspective is being guided, quietly, consistently, over time. So what does this mean for the future? It means technology will feel calmer, less noisy, less demanding. You'll get fewer notifications, fewer interruptions, fewer moments where your attention is pulled away. But at the same time, your experience will be more curated, more personalized, more shaped by systems that understand you. And that's the trade-off. Less interruption for more influence. So the next time your phone feels quieter, less distracting, more under control, it might be tempting to think technology is becoming less dominant. But in reality, it may just be becoming more subtle. Because the future of tech isn't about shouting for your attention. It's about guiding it quietly, efficiently, and often without you even noticing.